Previously unknown details have emerged through a biography written by a figure often described as the Secret Beatle. A family-owned record shop that has been trading for nearly 8 decades has uncovered a fresh chapter in Beatles history. The Musical Box, located on West Derby Road in Tuebrook and widely regarded as England's oldest independent record store, has revealed evidence suggesting that Beatles manager Brian Epstein regularly visited the shop in the early 1960s to purchase records. According to staff, the discovery came after the family learned that Epstein frequently stopped by the shop with his friend Joe Flannery, a former Beatles booking agent. They reportedly sought out records that were unavailable at Epstein's own store, NEMS. This connection was later verified through a reference in Joe Flannery's posthumous biography, Standing in the Wings, which notes that both men were regular visitors to the Musical Box while actively involved in Liverpool's music scene. In a social media post, the shop explained that the family had long known about Flannery's visits, as he often spoke with Dorothy, the current owner's great-grandmother, while promoting his brother's band, Lee Curtis and the All-Stars. While it had always seemed likely that Epstein visited other Liverpool record shops, the family said they had never had concrete proof until now. They described the revelation as a meaningful moment, knowing that Epstein had once bought records there. Flannery's book describes how he and Epstein would visit the Musical Box to source records that were not stocked by NEMS. The Musical Box first opened its doors in 1947, initially selling toys, vinyl records, and gift items such as greeting cards before evolving into a dedicated record shop. Dorothy, the grandmother of current owner Tony Quinn, purchased the business in the early 1950s. Today, the shop is run by Tony and his wife Paula, with their son Craig managing much of its social media presence. Over the years, the store has attracted several high-profile visitors, including John Lennon, Pete Best, and Elvis Costello. Paula has recalled how Pete Best and John Lennon would chat with her grandmother-in-law, and that only after they left did someone point out their true identity as members of the Beatles. As the family continues to sift through decades of stored materials, further links to Liverpool's musical legacy have surfaced. Within the last 2 years, unopened boxes have yielded handwritten stock books and sales records dating back to the 1960s. One ledger includes detailed sales figures from the period when the Beatles achieved mainstream success, including records of how many copies of Can't Buy Me Love were sold on its release day. Paula said she was thrilled when she realized the significance of the books, admitting she nearly put them back at first before understanding they documented the shop's buying and selling history, making them a valuable historical record. The shop has also uncovered 3 older versions of its signage, which were revealed after layers of exterior signs were removed during recent renovation work. In 2023, the family opened a heritage museum on the building's 2nd floor, transforming Dorothy's former living quarters into a space open to the public. Much of the original furniture remains, including a piano that has since been played by well-known figures such as Craig Charles. The hallway, once part of the upstairs home, now displays framed receipts, stock lists, and memorabilia from the shop's past. Even before the newly uncovered Epstein connection, the Musical Box had already built a reputation as one of the country's most distinctive record shops. Its Liverpool location in the 1950s proved advantageous, as merchant sailors returning from the United States would bring over 78 revolutions per minute records that had already gained popularity overseas. Dorothy would listen to these imports and use them as a guide when deciding which records to order once labels released their official listings. Today, the shop continues to draw visitors from across the globe, including tourists from the United States. Some have even attempted to purchase the original stock books, though Paula has said the answer is always a firm refusal. The family insists the discoveries are far from over. Paula has explained that there is still an entire room filled with unopened boxes, and that each time another one is explored, something new comes to light.